Hey everyone, my name is Eric Hopkins, aka JEL. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, a lot of things have been going on with Marvel Studios and the MCU and Sony Pictures in general. Obviously, having a bit of a failure with Madam Web from the sounds of things, as well as Morbius not doing so well as on top of all that. And of course, the big rumor is when is the next Spider Man movie going to be coming out? Obviously, there's been reports of Sony wanting to have Spider Man 4 in theaters in 2025. And at this point, it'd be kind of hard to hit that unless it's like a December release date, because we haven't even begun production yet. But now we've got a little bit of information about what is happening with Spider-Man 4, and I thought I would bring that to you guys here. This comes to us from Scooper and pretty reliable source, Jeff Snyder, the N. Snyder himself, has reported that Spider-Man 4 is looking to begin filming in September or October of this year, 2024, and Justin Lin was one of the names in the mix to direct the film. So yeah, I mean that's good to hear at least. Justin Lin, who's directed some Fast and Furious films throughout his career. He's done some other work too. It's not just Fast and Furious, but I can't think of his other work off the top of my head at this point. But obviously, they had to go through a new director after the last one decided to take a break from superhero films. Totally understandable. He did a lot, three great Spider-Man films, and he was even at one point attached to the Fantastic Four remake, but I think he stepped away from that as well. But this is good news when it comes for Spider-Man fans and Tom Holland fans and that iteration of the character. I can't wait to see what they do with this. There were reports going around that the story could revolve around the fact, kind of an antithesis to what happened in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 2, where he threw the Spider-Man suit away and he said he was Spider-Man no more. And he was wanting to focus on his life as Peter Parker. The way No Way Home ended here in the MCU kind of sets up the storyline that potentially Tom Holland's Spider-Man may decide to throw away the Peter Parker version of his character and wants to focus on being Spider-Man because he has no friends, he has no family now. At the end of No Way Home, everybody's memory was erased about who Spider-Man really was, and they don't know who Peter Parker is. So Peter Parker's all alone. So he probably would want to get rid of that part of his life and focus on being the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, which gives his life meaning. And until he's able to reconnect with some of those friends who don't remember him, or his old girlfriend MJ, that I think it would make sense to kind of take that storyline and make it a more grounded movie, as Marvel Studios wants to do. Obviously, there's a lot of talk about Sony wanting a big multiverse, big blockbuster like No Way Home was. But I think cooler heads will hopefully prevail, and the MCU and Kevin Feige will get their way and make this a little bit more grounded, a little bit more street level, like bring in Daredevil and maybe even Ant-Man and kind of team them up against maybe the Kingpin, who, as at the end of Echo, they kind of teased that Kingpin would be running for the mayor of New York or whatever. So they could definitely go that route to kind of go up against him. But like as the aforementioned Zendaya is also, according to Jeff Snyder, is now been confirmed to return as MJ for Spider-Man 4. So it sounds like we're at least going to be getting a little bit of a payoff to what happened at the end of No Way Home. Peter Parker promised to go find her and tell her what happened and to remind her who he is. So we'll have to wait and see if that actually transpires, or if he'll just kind of be watching her from afar, kind of like Tobey Maguire once did with Kristen Dunst's MJ. Again, kind of echoing and calling back to that, which I think is pretty good storytelling. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing that as well. The Jeff Snyder report also talked about how Euphoria season 3 has been delayed because of this whole announcement that Zendaya will be returning to Spider-Man 4. Because if it's filming at the end of this year, she's not going to have time to do both projects. So that kind of is where this is all stemming from. But so yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to this. I can't wait to see the next Spider-Man film, and I'm hoping. I know there it's not. I don't think ever been 100% confirmed by Marvel Studios, but the rumor going around for a long time was that Tom Holland has signed a new six-picture deal, three Spider-Man movies and some Avengers movies, and I think two, and then it would be like what was once going to be called Kang Dynasty, and then Secret Wars, and it could be Secret Wars Part 1 and 2 or whatever they do, and another team up movie after that, or in a series or something. Maybe he shows up in Daredevil Born Again. We just don't know exactly how all that's going to play out, but there's a lot of potential here for Tom Holland still as with this character. I know he talks about how he doesn't want to play the character for too long into his 30s, because he feels like if he did, he was doing something wrong. But fans love him as this character. So I hope he will continue to do it at least for 5 or 6 more films, I think, and then properly build up maybe Miles Morales in live action, and then he can hand the baton off to Miles Morales, and he can become the MCU Spider-Man going forward after Secret Wars and continue on the legacy, which the animated movies have done a great job with that character. So I think the MCU would do a great job with it as well. And I like to see him maybe even team up for a few movies before Tom Holland makes his dramatic exit as well. But what do you guys think about this news? Are you excited for Spider-Man 4 from the MCU coming up potentially at the end of 2025 or into 2026? It sounds like kind of where they're going to be shooting for at this point. Comment below, let me know what you guys think, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And until my next video, guys, take care and God bless.